We can start making the side parts of the bag. Now that we have our front and back side and the bottom, we're going to be making the sides of the bag. So for that we need to imagine that we hold the bag like this, and we're gonna make crosses. 1, 2, 3. So we have 8 rows for our sides and 3 rows for our bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be our last cross. So I will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crosses. The same way we used to make our bottom. I take 3 beads on the right side thread. I make the loop and I pull the second one through the loop like this. And now I put the left one into the bead on that is already on the side. I will take 2 on this one. Make a loop again. And pull the thread through the loop. And in this manner I will continue, and in total I have to make 7 crosses. So 5 more. And then I will show you how to connect the side and the bottom. Now we have 7 rows. I'm going to flip the side and I'm going to connect the side to the bottom. The right thread goes through this bead and this bead, and then we take 1 more and make the loop here. You can see I pulled the thread through the 2, and now I'm going to take 1 bead in the same one, make the loop, and pull this one through the loop. Like this. So we have our first row, and I'm going to pull the thread that is closer to the bottom through 1 bottom bead, and I'm going to take 2 beads on the same one, make the loop again and pull the second thread through that loop. So here I have the loop again, and I'm pulling the thread through the loop, and we will have the second one. Now I will pull this thread through this bead over here, and I will put 2 beads on this one, make the loop, and we'll continue beading. Now we will continue pulling this thread through each of these beads, putting 2 beads on this thread and making loops like we did with this one. And I will show you how to turn back, because we will need to make 1 more row, and then we have the last row when we're gonna sew this part and this part together. I finished beading almost the whole row, and now I will put 2 here, make the loop, and put this one through the loop. Now we are going to turn, so I'm going to put the left thread inside of the bead, and on the same one I'm going to put 2 beads and I'm going to turn. So I take 2 beads, I make the loop, and now I hit it. Now I'm putting 1 bead on the same upper thread, and I'm putting the thread inside the top one on the border on the side. And I'm going to take 1 bead and I'm going to put on one of the threads, it doesn't matter which one, make a loop and make the cross again. So now I'm going to put both threads into the border beads. And I'm going to again form the loop and connect this together, and pull the threads through these ones, connect, pull the threads, connect, until we reach the bottom. And I'm going to show you how to fix the thread inside. I almost reached the final part, so I'm going to do the last. I'm going to take a bead, make the loop, pull the thread through the loop, as always, like this. For the last one, I'm going to pull the thread through the last bead, make a loop around this one, and pull it in. Like this. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with this around again and make the knot here. Again, if I need to use it, I use it. Two knots now. And I'm going to hide the knot in this bead. I've pulled the threads a couple of times around as well, so now we have this side and we're gonna make this side, and I will show you how to make the handle. In order to make a handle, I will pull the string through the second bead on the edge of the side, and on the left side of the string I will put one bead, and then pull the same string through the second bead on the other edge of the side, like this. I will need to push this side a little bit in so I can pull the string from both sides and I can form this really nice shape. You see, it's going to be a bit angular and not directly straight. Now I take one more bead. Now first I will take this thing for the handle, for the strap, and then I will also put a bead on one of these sides, and then I will make a loop and I will put this end back through this metal thingy, and then I will pull the second string through the loop and I will pull. So this is what you're trying to achieve. You're trying to seal the metal thingy into the structure of the bag, like this. Now we hide the loop inside the bead, as always, and we pull the string through the first bead, here and here. What I want to do now, I will pull the thread through the metal thingy again. I will take one bead on. It doesn't matter which side you're putting the bead on. And then I pull the string through that bead to make the loop again. And I pull the same string back through the metal thingy. So we end up with two beads inside the metal thingy. Now we will form a handle. We take 3 beads, we make the loop, and we pull the string through the loop. Now we pull the thread through this bead on the bottom. we take 2 beads, one, two, make a loop, and we pull the other through the loop, and we form another cross. Now we pull the thread through this bead inside, through the inner bead. I will take 2 beads again on the top one, form the loop, and pull the thread through that loop. Now I'm going to pull the thread through the bottom one and through this one on the side. I make a loop with only 1 bead, and I take only 1 bead, because here we need to form a cross. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now I take 3 again. Now 2. One, 2. So I will continue 2 and then 1, and I will need to build the same on the other side, and I would like to make 1, 2, 7 blocks on each side. So after we finish the row here, we finish the row, then we do 1, 2, and I will do in total 7 on each side. So I made 7 steps, but I would actually add 3 more because I would like to have my handle a bit longer, and I will make 10 more on this side and we will connect them. I will do the same way as here, everything with this little metal thingy for the chain, and adding 3, 2, 2, 1 to build the handle. We have our handle now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right now what we need to do is connect the two, but first, since we have on both our sides a lot of fishing line, we need to hide it on one of the sides and use the other one to connect the two. I hope that is clear. I want to be working on this side. It doesn't really matter as long as you manage to hide at least a little bit. And I use this tool to pull the thread through in case somewhere it's really tight, or I don't know, if the thread doesn't really go through that easily, I will use that tool. Here it goes so far so good, but you never know. Here, for example, sometimes in the handle I give up and I just hide the knot inside the handle. So right now, for example, it's really hard to pull the thread through. I don't know why. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it for now. And I'm going to try to pull from this side, because sometimes you can pull from another side. It's very random. Because sometimes the hole size differs from bead to bead. No, it doesn't fit. So, what are we gonna do, you might ask? The problem is that I cannot really put this thread through many beads here. So I'm gonna try to do it here instead. So I'm gonna try to hide it in this one and use the other one to connect them. Let's see, maybe that will work. It is in fact very difficult to connect them because a lot of threads go through the beads in the handle. Actually, it's very hard on both. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to connect them first and then see what I'm gonna do with the fishing line. I'm showing the whole process to you so you understand that there are struggles, definitely, and how I overcome them in case you have the same.